my locally famous crackers. So this is probably one of my most popular recipes. I tend to bring these to like parties. They're just so savory and delicious. So let's get started. I've measured out all the ingredients. We'll start with the almond flour. Cup of that. Quarter cup of Bragg's nutritional yeast. This is my favorite nutritional yeast. They sell all different kinds. I usually get it on Amazon and they'll sell it in like a 3-pack. This is just really a great staple for cooking. I love it. Then I like Spectrum whole flax seeds. It's really important that you buy whole flax seeds and then grind it up right before you're going to cook with it. You don't want to eat them whole, and they really retain their nutrients best when they're whole, so you just grind them before you use them. So this is 3 tablespoons of flaxseed, ground up. And I just use my little trusty Mr. Coffee Spicer coffee grinder thingy. Then it's 2 teaspoons of Jane's mixed up salt. So paprika, just a little bit, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. Now, cayenne pepper. This is a personal preference. Some people like food really, really spicy. This is the paprika. I tend to go cautious on the spice with these guys, so I do 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I found that cayenne pepper is really spicy for me personally, so just this much gives you that nice, savory, bright, spicy flavor, but not so spicy that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't eat this. And then nice fresh cracked pepper to taste. I do a lot. Maybe like a teaspoon. But it should look about like this when you've got all the spices in there. All right, let's mix this up. Just a little whisk, get it going. Sometimes almond flour can be chunky, so go through and break it up. Sometimes I have to go through with my fingers, break it up. It's also fun. It's like a little kid thing, playing with your food. And technique here. So I've already prepped the egg white for us. I've gotten it separated from the yolk. And what I found works best with this is I'll prep in 2 teaspoons, which is a little less than a tablespoon, of oil. Then you want to whisk a little bit, just so the oil's kind of incorporated in. And honestly, sometimes I've made these crackers and I have to put a little bit more oil. You'll see as the dough comes together. So then you just put the egg and the oil combination in the dough and mix. And it's funny, it doesn't always like come together right away. It's kind of crumbly. Kind of want to like mash it through. You can see it kind of coming together now. I'm going to add a little more olive oil to this mix. I've noticed I've been getting Trader Joe's almond flour and they keep the skin on it, and I'm wondering if maybe it's just a little more hardy and drier, so it needs just a little more. So I would probably say about, probably a full tablespoon of oil in this particular recipe if you're using the Trader Joe's almond meal. If you've got Bob's Red Mill, I found that usually 2 teaspoons is enough. But basically, here's what you're looking for. See how it's real pasty, thick, kind of gooey? That's what we're going for. All right, let's roll the crackers out. So there's a little bit of technique to this, not much really. Get the dough out. It's like a nice kind of crumbly ball. What I do is get it together with my hands. And then take another piece of parchment paper and put it on top. The best way to make these is when you have help and someone can like stand over you and hold the paper, but let's face it, we're not always having help in the kitchen because people are busy. So what I do is I kind of like lean my body weight against the paper and then I start rolling it out. And what you're looking for is a consistency of about, gosh, like 1/16 of an inch. Like you really want these bad boys thin. That's how they cook well. And you're just trying to get them to that thin consistency as much as possible, but keep them on the parchment paper. That's the hard part. Sometimes I'm rolling and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm out of parchment paper. And you just keep going until you get that consistency. All right, I think I've got it to the consistency that I want. Let's peel back the parchment paper and take a look. So, I mean, you can tell it's like super thin. And that's okay because we're not gonna try to peel this off the parchment paper. It's going to bake on the parchment paper. I like to use my baking stone to make the crackers. I have used a like a darker pan before. That's fine too. You have to be real careful because they cook super fast when it's on the darker pan. So that's all. And then you cut them into the size that you want. I tend to go a little bit big with the slice. And I am so not perfect when it comes to the cut, but I think that gives you guys, you know, the idea. And some of them, what happens is some of them might cook at a different pace, but it's all gonna be super yummy. All right, let's put these guys in the oven. We're gonna bake them at 350 degrees for about 13 to 15 minutes, and you just have to really keep an eye on them. You know when they're done because you smell them. They're awesome. It took 16 minutes for these crackers to cook. So they are awesome. And you know, you can see the ones on the edge are a little bit browner. These are actually my favorite when they get like that nice crisp texture to them. So when they first come out of the oven, they're not quite crispy. You gotta like let them dry out and crisp up a little bit. So maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Just take them off, let them cool off. And I mean, these suckers are great. Once they really come to room temperature, they'll be firm and you'll be able to use a dip and they will really taste great. Tonight I'm serving it with kind of like an egg salad dill mix with smoked salmon and capers. All right, dinner is served. Crackers are done. They came together beautifully. Nice consistency on the crackers. Some of them are a little big, some of them are a little small. It's fun. Multiple sizes are exciting. So, and then I went ahead and spilled out on a platter the smoked salmon, some gherkins, capers, and then this egg salad, dill egg salad that I make that's really yummy to go with the salmon, and I'll post that recipe for you guys. So this is it. I hope you enjoy the crackers, have fun, and stay healthy.